Welcome to a special holiday edition of Vikings Update, where we keep you up to date on Valley City State Athletics. We'll start today with some major football awards for the Vikings as a pair of All-American teams have been announced. Beyond Sports Network announced its All-American teams and named VCSU running back Derek Elliott a first-team All-American, and offensive lineman George Trujillo, a junior from El Paso, Texas, was named honorable mention to the Beyond Sports Network team. Now, Derek Elliott was also named an official NAIA All-American by the American Football Coaches Association this past week. Elliott is a senior from Valley City. He was one of just two running backs named a first-team All-American. It capped off a one-of-a-kind season for Elliott, who finished second in the NAIA in rushing yards this season. He also broke or tied at least 13 school records this year at VCSU, including season rushing yards, career rushing yards, season touchdowns, and career rushing touchdowns. He tied the single-game rushing record of 286 yards and also set the single-game record with 5 rushing touchdowns. Recapping basketball action from the past 2 weeks, the Viking women dropped a game out at Dickinson State on December 11th, 70-57. VCSU led by 13 points and 9 rebounds from Brittany Lehner. Kelsey Hunter added 12 points, and Stephanie Peterson chipped in 10. The Viking women, they would bounce back with a 13-point win on December 20th at Minnesota Morris, part of a women's and men's sweep for the Vikings. It was a balanced offensive attack for the women, who had 4 different players in double figures. Stephanie Peterson put together a great all-around game. She led the team with 15 points, 7 rebounds, also added 3 assists and a steal. Brittany Lehner added 12 points, and Courtney Dixon and Ashley Lee each scored 10 points for the Vikings. VCSU women, they are now 4-5 overall this season. The Viking men completed the sweep with a come-from-behind 68-67 victory against Morris. They trailed 52-42 in the second half, but closed on a 26-15 run over the final 14 minutes for the victory. 3 different Vikings in double figures, led by 18 points from A.J. McDonald. Tyler Thiel just scores 3 of his 5 points off the bench here, and the Vikings survived a last-second heave at the buzzer. VCSU improves their record to 3-7 on the season. Jeff Romius had 16 points and 4 steals off the bench, and Aaron Dusky posted a double-double with 13 points and 11 rebounds. Coming up this week, the Viking women, they are headed to California for a pair of games after Christmas. VCSU will take on Menlo College and Cal Maritime December 29th and 30th in Atherton, California. Viking men's basketball is also on the road after Christmas, heading north across the border for the 8-team Westman Classic in Winnipeg, Manitoba. VCSU will take on University of Manitoba at 8 p.m. on December 28th. The Vikings played in the tournament back in 2011, and they won the championship, becoming just the second American team to win the Westman Classic. Now, the Vikings will play by some different rules in Canada, and we asked head coach Jeff Comiskey what makes the tournament different.
It's a great tournament, Mark. We've been up there twice before, and we were very fortunate 2 years ago when we played up there to win the tournament, and I think we were the first team from the U.S. to win that tournament in over 40 years. And number one, you get a chance to play against some great teams. Canada doesn't have the same type of situation as we do in the U.S. with 3 divisions: Division I, Division II, Division III, and then the NAIA. Canada's all kind of grouped into one division, so you get some very, very good teams. We're going to play some of the better teams in Canada. You're also playing with their rules, so you have to adjust to that. We play FIBA, or international rules, which is a 24-second shot clock, is probably the most significant rule up there. So we were very fortunate and played extremely well when we were up there 2 years ago. 2 years prior to that, we went up to that tournament and lost 2 games, and that was the year our team won the conference championship here. So that gives you just a little bit of an indication of how good and what kind of quality that we'll see up in Canada. It does take some different preparation, and when you look at the 2 previous times we were up there, the first time we probably weren't as prepared. And going into 2 years ago, and then this year, we had a couple of weeks in between our Morris game, and we were able to take about a week of practice and really focus on the different rules that we'll see up in Canada. The 24-second shot clock, again, is probably the most significant factor. You've got to learn to get into your offense a little bit quicker. There's just some things that you really cannot do that you normally do with the 35-second shot clock. The game is certainly a quicker pace, and there's some other subtleties certainly that are important for the coaching staff and the players to understand. as we go up there. The biggest key for us is just the preparation, and we've been able to take a whole week of practice to get prepared for the different rules. As we come back after Christmas, we have a short turnaround with only one day, and I think that hurt us the first time that we went up there. We just didn't spend enough time preparing for the difference in rules. So hopefully that'll help us this year, and our experience certainly 2 years ago should be a positive factor for us. We're certainly not happy with where we're at record-wise. I mean, this is a program that has won at least 20 games the last 2 years and 4 of the last 6 years, and been in the national poll all those years. And right now our focus with this group has really been on developing and getting better, and that's where I'm really pleased. We had a good win at Morris to end our first semester. And the biggest factor is our team is continuing to get better. I told them after that game, we're a lot better team than we were 2 weeks ago, and I expect to be a much better team 2 weeks from now. So if this group continues to improve, we're a young team, we're starting 3 freshmen right now, there's going to be some fun things that are going to happen, and certainly some encouraging things that are going to happen as we continue through the year. But our model right now is really developing our players, developing our team, and trying to be the best team we possibly can. We've got a lot to look forward to with the tournament in Canada coming up. Our conference schedule hasn't started yet, so we're certainly very excited about what this group can still accomplish.